Better Call Saul is back, and what a great way to start the second half of the final season. Man, this kind of felt like a finale, like the end. And it turns out that Vince Gilligan directed this one, so I wonder if that has anything to do with it. What a shocker, right after episode 7. I mean, first it was Howard, and now Lalo. Finally, Lalo is dead. And we got 5 more episodes to go, so what does that mean? We're gonna have a time jump and then see Saul become the Saul we know from Breaking Bad and then leave the remaining episodes for the Gene story? But I would think Gene will probably just get one full episode on its own. I was kind of worried that Lalo was gonna hurt Saul, despite knowing that everything's okay in the Breaking Bad timeline. So I like that we picked up right where we left off, and at first it didn't make sense. Why would Lalo want to send Saul to Gus's house? But then we quickly saw that it was just a diversion. I would have thought that Mike would have been at that facility based on the phone conversation Lalo had with his uncle that they were screening. And when I saw Kim reach Gus's door, I was like, man, please let Mike answer the door, otherwise I don't want Kim to die. And sure enough, we see that Mike came behind her and everything was okay for her. I like Gus's instincts, for him to call Kim and ask what she was doing there, for him to realize, okay, this is a diversion. He's really in the laundromat. Maybe this is my opportunity to finally catch him and kill him once and for all. I saw someone posted online that we'll never see Breaking Bad the same way again. And we find out through this episode that Lalo and Howard were buried underneath the lab this whole time. And the way that Mike looks at Howard, I didn't get it, like, why is he looking at him as if he knew him? Maybe it's just the sense of he didn't deserve to be there, it wasn't part of the plan, and just felt bad for the guy. I really enjoyed this episode. I mean, what else is left? I don't get it. 5 more episodes to go. I felt like there should have been the last episode before we see what happens with Gene. And I hope it doesn't leave us with, okay, the rest of the stuff is boring until we get into the Gene story. But at the same time, I feel excited. What else can they add in these remaining episodes before we get to Gene's story? The intro was cool. It reminds me of Breaking Bad, starting with a scene to leave you anticipated to what's to come. Can't believe this is it. The final season. I like Mike's scene with Saul and Kim at the end. Reminded me of how we were first introduced to that character in Breaking Bad. Can't believe it was that easy once Gus turned off the lights and got his gun. Left us with suspense of, did he get him? Did he get him? And then sure enough, we see that he got him. He's on the floor bleeding from the neck. I think what I would have enjoyed more was if Gus got the camera so he can record him in his last breath. And we see Lalo give a smile like, oh, you got one over me. You got me. The best man won. Yeah, I really thought Lalo meant what he said, that he was going to be back in an hour. And you could see Kim was going to go through with it. It seems like she was prepared to fire before the door opened, right before Mike caught her and stopped her. Desperate, of course, she would have. She loves Saul. I mean, she even had that chance to tell the cops that something was going on, but she didn't, so that let you know that she was going to go through the plan. This is why I originally started a YouTube channel, so I could review this show. I love this show, and I can't believe it's coming to an end. 5 more episodes. Yeah, we're definitely going to get a time jump, because it's rumored that Jesse and Walter are gonna appear for the second half, so it's gotta be a time jump for us to see that. I don't like the scene where Saul tells Lalo it wasn't me, it was Ignacio, because then that leaves us thinking like, well, why would he say it again in the future? It just didn't make sense to me. But again, Saul doesn't know that he died this time for sure, so it just makes it look like Saul is telling these guys that, hey, I told him already, it wasn't me, it was Ignacio, so that's one way it could fit. But yeah, it didn't leave me with, oh, so now it makes sense. But it was a nice callback. Well, that's all I got on this episode. I'm curious to hear your guys' comments and thoughts on this. Remember to like and subscribe if you liked the episode. It'll definitely help me to continue making these videos for you. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.